What is going on, guys? Skywalker here. Today is going to be the very first episode of the Yankees Talk. So today I'm going to get into just a little bit of what's going on with the Yankees. 4 games into it. I know I didn't get to talk about them opening day and preview them, but here we are, 4 games in. Should be 5, but Mother Nature wins again. Of course, New York got hit with another northeaster. So Yankee game got canceled yesterday, and it's looking like they're going to get canceled again today with a 90% chance of rain, which is going to do wonders for my fantasy team while Aaron Judge is still struggling and still playing my outfield. However, no need to worry, Yankees fans. Even though the Yankees are struggling, it's still very early. It's 4 games in. The division's all close. The Orioles and the Rays are in the bottom of the basement, but they're 1-3, so they're only a half game behind us. The Red Sox are 3-1. Again, only a half game ahead of us. And then, of course, we're tied with those nasty, nasty Blue Jays, which ended up stealing the last 2 games at home from us. But you know what? It's all right. The pitching was pretty good the first 2 games. The starting pitching wasn't horrible. The last 2 games wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. It's what you would expect from a 3-4. Sonny Gray still getting wet behind the ears in the Yankees uniform, even though he had all second half of last season. But still, New York takes time to adjust. It's a big city, completely different than what Oakland was and what he's used to down there or up there in Oakland. So, you know, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's not doing too bad. And last year when he pitched, he couldn't get any run support, which is mostly why he had losses last year. So hopefully this year with adding Mr. Stanton, hopefully we can change that run support around, which I personally, in my opinion, is the reason why we lost those last 2 games. We just couldn't get any run support. And we can all look back at Dylan Betances. Maybe he was left in a little bit too long by new manager Aaron Boone. But you know what? At the end of the day, he didn't pitch that bad. His accuracy was pretty good. He wasn't like he was last year where you never knew if he was going to hit the strike zone or not. We just had one instance where he's not good at the pickoff move, and it kind of burned him that time. Kevin Pillar took full advantage of it, and it is what it is. I mean, he just ran right around the bases. The only one that's not forgivable, in my opinion, was when he stole home. Betances very easily could have just taken a look at him and seen how far off he was at third, took a step off the bag and ran at him. Maybe, and then obviously he rushed his throw when he came home with it and overthrew it, and runner came around to third. But I mean, it is what it is. It's one of those things where you take a deep breath. It just wasn't your day. Now, 4-game stand in Toronto is over. We come home to the friendly combines of New York City. The Bronx Bombers are back in town. Cannot wait to see Giancarlo Stanton put on those pinstripes for the very, very first time. Looking at all those opposite field dingers. Looking forward to that, guys. I cannot wait for it. Hopefully we can get the game in today, but from the forecast, it's not looking so good for us. Even here in Akron, Ohio, I'm driving in with some rain. It's not looking so good. But that's all right. Even if we get delayed again, just provides more optimism. We got Jordan Montgomery on the bump today, the young rookie. Last year, put up some pretty solid numbers. He was pretty good as a number 5 starter. I enjoyed him very much in the rotation. Very glad he's coming back for year 2. Man, he reminds me a lot of Andy Pettitte. Maybe not the gamer so much, but just a young Andy Pettitte. Man, he's fearless. That guy, he's going to be something special, guys, I think. He's going to be something very special for the Yankees, turn around in the Yankees' young up-and-comer boomers. We always talk about Aaron Judge and Greg Bird and Gary Sanchez, but we got something special here, Jordan Montgomery. And I think Sonny Gray is also going to be a part of that, but Jordan Montgomery, I think, could be a big feature of that, and also Luis Severino, of course. But Jordan Montgomery's on the hill today. We should be able to have a favorable matchup. Let's see what it is. But you know what, guys? I'm looking forward to the game today. I'm looking forward to Monty taking the hill against the Rays. Should be a fun one, as long as they can get the game in. I'm fully expecting our bats to turn around here sooner rather than later. Now that we're coming home, coming to the friendly ballpark, it's tough to start the season on the road. So I'm very happy of how first 2 games turned out. Obviously not so much about the last 2 games, but it is what it is. You come home, you took 2-2 from the Blue Jays, who have a pretty solid lineup. They don't have a great pitching staff, but they have a solid lineup. 1 through 9 can hit you. They can hit you hard. So it is what it is. The Blue Jays aren't going to be a terrible team. They're probably going to finish around 500 or a little bit above 500. Probably looking at pushing for a wild card spot. But, hey, you know what? Start the season off, you finish 2-2, and you very easily could have came away with all 4 of those or even 3 or 4 of those. There's not a whole lot you can complain about, in my opinion, I don't think. Obviously, we all want to win 162 games, but it's baseball. It's impossible in 162 games. You're still going to, even if you win 90 games, that means you still lost another 72. So you're going to have ups and downs throughout the season, but looking forward to the homestand. Should be setting us up pretty for the rest of the season. Hopefully we can take these next couple from Tampa and then go on to the Orioles. Oh, man, I cannot wait to talk to the Fett about some Orioles-Yankees matchups. This is going to be some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Just stay tuned. We're going to have some fun talking about that. I think the Yankees bats are going to be coming alive here real soon, Yankees fans. Stay tuned. Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, just wait till they both start clicking. Stanton's already looking pretty good. He's hitting right around 300, I believe. I haven't checked in the past couple days. I've been busy with work and stuff. But, hey, it's coming around, guys. Aaron Judge is going to start hitting. I know he's struggling. Trust me, he's taking the toll on my fantasy team as well. But, hey, just stay patient. We all know what happened to Aaron Judge last year. He started off hot, came back down, went hot again, came back down, came back hot again. It's probably going to be the same type of situation. He's still a young player. He's still adjusting to the major leagues. Still got to adjust to that swing. I mean, hey, it's going to happen. He's going to have lulls. He's going to have short stints where pitchers are going to realize and watch the film and realize where he's able to hit and where he's not able to hit. And then he's going to have to adjust to it. And once he adjusts, he'll be on that tear for a while. And then all of a sudden he's going to not be on a tear again. So just give him some time. But, man, when we can get Didi going, we can get Judge going, when we can get Giancarlo going, we can get Gary Sanchez going, oh, boy, that lineup's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a terrifying lineup for opposing pitchers. It's going to be Murderer's Row 2.0. And possibly could be even stronger just adding more of those lineups than just Mantle and Maris. Man, the next thing I want to talk about, Greg Bird. What in the world is going on with Bird? Bird is the word. That poor guy, no matter what he does, he just cannot stay healthy. It's always that same bone in his foot that's bothering him. Really, really hoping he can get healthy real soon. I would absolutely love to have Greg Bird batting in the lineup. That power that he can display, and he's great in the field. Neil Walker's doing a good job. Tyler Austin, man, that Game 3, he was our offense. Let's just be honest. He was the only guy hitting in that whole darn game that could do anything for us. So Tyler Austin's fit in just fine, I think. But still, I prefer to have Greg Bird as our everyday first baseman, as I think the Yankees would like to do the same. And just about every other Yankees fan. But it is getting frustrating with Greg Bird being hurt all the time. It's hard to get his confidence up. You know, when he comes back, he's probably going to struggle for a while. He's got to trust that bone in his foot again. He's got to trust that foot being able to squash the bug and adjust and switch the power between his hips. But, man, if we can get him going before the middle of the season, before everybody gets hot, before the weather gets hot, man, just adding another lefty bat to that lineup with Didi and, of course, the switch-hitting Neil Walker, man, we can have some lefty power here. And it's only a matter of time, guys, before Gleyber Torres comes up and Miguel Andujar. I know Andujar had a pretty rough first game, but you know what? It's his first major league, or one of his first major league games. He's probably had a bunch of nerves going on. Maybe getting him home to the Yankee Stadium, getting cheered rather than booed, probably do some good for his confidence. Get him a couple days off, watch some film, watch how the pitchers pitch to him. You can probably expect the same thing today, as long as they can get the game in, of course. But I'm sure Andujar is going to be just fine. That guy is just a natural hitter. He's just a pure hitter. He looks pretty good in the field from spring training, too. But that is spring training, so let's hope that his glove's up to snuff. That way he can come up and be our everyday third baseman. But you can't really complain about what Brandon Drury's done. Brandon Drury's had a heck of a season. He's probably been the Yankees MVP, I'd say, for the first 4 games. The guy's just always getting hits, always having good at-bats. He hit a dinger the other day. I mean, not much you can say what a great trade that Cashman got out of Arizona with giving up very little prospects, really. In the hindsight of things, I think Brandon Drury can be here for a long time. Even if when Miguel Andujar comes up and he's the third baseman, Brandon Drury can play in the outfield, and I'm sure he can play any other position as well, or at least he'd be willing to learn. So I think having Brandon Drury in that lineup is going to be great for this ball club. I think he's going to be great in the clubhouse. I think he was just a great addition all around. I don't think he's going to hold up Andujar one bit. I think he actually is going to push Andujar to get more motivated to improve. I mean, everybody can improve, so I think it's going to be a great thing for the young guys. Man, I'm excited for Gleyber Torres to come up and play the second base. Not that Neil Walker's played bad. Neil Walker's played very well. But, man, just to see the future coming, man, we got an exciting franchise coming along. We got an exciting farm system that's up and coming. All the young guys are going to be coming up. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness, what a loaded farm system. One thing MLB The Show 18, I think, robbed the Yankees of is they completely decimated the farm system. If you played that game and looked, they got nobody. They didn't even put Gleyber Torres in the game, and they made Miguel Andujar like a 54 overall. But I don't know how you can keep a pure hitter like that down at a 54. Maybe, you know what, though I haven't played it in a couple days. I haven't updated the roster. Maybe they've changed a few things. I don't know. Hopefully Clint Frazier can come back as well. I would prefer to see him over Jacoby Ellsbury, but I'm pretty sure everybody's the same way. Jacoby Ellsbury, I think, is just kind of done at this point. He's always hurt. It's always one thing or another. And the guy just doesn't produce when he produced a little bit last year. I don't want to take that away from him. He did produce quite a bit last year, but, man, I just can't trust them old, nasty Red Sox. It's like we're getting some of their dirty laundry, but it is what it is. We owe him a lot of money. He's going to be almost impossible to trade with that contract and also the no-trade clause, so I think we're going to be stuck with him another year or two. But it is what it is. Hopefully our pitching staff can hold down some games for us while the offense is getting ready to fire up and lock and load. Hopefully also we can get some bats from the young guys. We got to get some hits from the young guys. Hopefully Clint Frazier can come back, like I said. I would absolutely love to have him in a rotation with Aaron Hicks. But Aaron Hicks is always hurt too. Man, we have an injury-depleted outfield. We just have an injury-depleted roster right at this moment. I mean, it seems like everybody's going down. Adam Warren went down the other day. It just, first 4 games of the year, the 2-2 record is not the thing to be worried about. It's the 4 or 5 guys that are on the DL already to start the season. Just the way it goes, though. So we just got to fight through it, get through some tough times, get through some difficult times. But still, Yankees fans, I think at the end of the day, the end of the season, we're going to be looking at it as we're going to be leading the division. We're going to win the AL East for the first time in a few years. Last year was supposed to be a rebuilding year, and we just retooled, and we made a heck of a run for it. We came just a few outs away and a few hits and a few runs away from making a World Series appearance, which I think we could have won that series. We could have won the World Series. But even though we didn't win the World Series, and normally in New York that's a losing season when you don't win the World Series, last year was a different story. Last year was something truly special. So much so that I was extremely glad I bought the MLB at bat so I could watch the Yankee games from here in Cleveland and here in Akron. Bought it again this year. Gotten to watch every game so far. I've been thrilled with it. I love it. I love being able to watch the Yankees anywhere I'm at. It's just going to be a fun season this year as well. Just this year we're going to be used to, it's going to be a year that we're used to. Being hunted rather than being the hunters and sneaking up on people. We're going to get team's best shot every night out. So our young guys got to, hopefully they grew up quick. If they didn't grow up quick, whoo boy, we're going to be in for a long one. But I think they did just fine. I think they learned from that ALCS against the Astros where they didn't win a road game. I think road games still for us this year are going to be a little tough, but adding Stanton hopefully will give us that little oomph, little extra push to get us over that hump. We'll be looking good and sitting pretty. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you today. Stay tuned. I think we're going to go live today, as long as this video goes up on Tuesday, April 3rd. SkiveWalker signing out. Peace.